So poor Suzy Lou lost her Patreon. This is a huge win for the YouTube community in general, although it is a huge loss for her. But Suzy Lou, although losing her Patreon, she doesn't want anyone to think this is a big loss for her. In fact, Suzy Lou has gone out of her way to make this tweet. Alright, ladies and gents, that's me deleted my Patreon because the VIP is ready. I've got thousands of emails ready and we are rolling your invites out this week. Sorry, drama channels, not such a gotcha moment after all. Happy rosy emoji XX. And in this screenshot you can see confirmation needed, disabling your Patreon account. And now if you are at all confused at this moment in time, allow me to explain. So Suzy Lou is someone we have covered in quite a few videos now on this channel. Many other creators have also been covering Suzy Lou. I would encourage you to check out John Swan, Tipster News, and also The Quartering has a couple of good Suzy Lou videos as well. And so basically, to give you a quick summary, Suzy Lou is a content creator on YouTube, and content creator really is a very generous label to apply to her because most of her content actually revolves around her reacting to episodes of anime. And now I'm not just talking about little reactions and giving commentary about it, giving her opinions. I'm talking about full-fledged videos where Suzy Lou would sit in front of the camera as she watched a 20-minute episode of anime, and basically that was it. She would sit there watching going, ah ha ha, that's great, ah ha ha, that's funny, and the whole clip would be playing in the bottom corner of her screen. And she also would then put longer unedited versions onto her Patreon page of this, and she was making around 10 grand a month on Patreon doing this. This is obviously clear copyright violation, clear breaches of copyright guidelines, yet Suzy Lou was getting away with it for a very long time. Until recently, when many content creators on the platform have been shedding some light and bringing everyone's attention to this subject. So anyway, as of late, Suzy Lou had this plan to create her own website where people could go to this website, a website that is hosted by a hosting provider that will ignore copyright takedown requests, completely ignores those. And she had a plan to eventually put all of her content over onto this website. Now, in the meantime, however, she's still been making a lot of money over at Patreon. As I just mentioned, she was making about 10 grand a month on her Patreon account, and that's a lot of money for the minimal work she does and the minimal effort she puts into these videos. And just the other day is when Suzy Lou had tweeted out that screenshot, that tweet that I just showed you a few minutes ago. And that was in response to people noticing that her Patreon seemed to have been removed. It was taken down. It seemed to have been deleted. So she was out there trying to get ahead of this, saying that, oh no, it's okay. I've not been breaching any copyright laws. I've not been taken down for violating terms of service. My Patreon is gone because I deleted it. But in response to this, we saw John Swan on Twitter saying she didn't delete it herself. My source sent me this. I cannot believe she would lie about this. Absolutely insane. And here he's attached a screenshot of a message from a guy from Patreon called Jeffrey who said, hello, thank you for this updated information. The creators page has been suspended and access to the works has been removed as a result. Thank you again for your patience and for keeping us up to date. However, in response to this tweet, Suzy Lou's boyfriend, a guy called Steejo, this is a guy who claims that he studied law. He says, your email is from 8 days ago. Patreon disables accounts with active DMCAs until they're resolved. What's more likely, that an anime company is leaking emails to a drama YouTuber, or that the drama YouTuber is the one issuing the DMCAs? Looks pretty fishy to me. And then John Swan responded to Steejo saying, an update to this, Steejo has continued to lie. The claims were issued on the 21st of April. Patreon gives creators a grace period before content is taken down. They didn't take down the content during this grace period, so the content was removed and the account was terminated. And you can read here the full email from Patreon explaining this, and just for me to quickly sum up to you, essentially what happens here is when the DMCA is filed on a creator's Patreon account, the user, the person who owns the account, is basically given the opportunity. They are told, please remove this content. You have 30 days, say, to remove this content, and if you don't, then we're going to have to take further action. But you have those 30 days to do that. And in that period, obviously, Suzy Lu has not taken down that content, which has led Patreon to then take down her account. And as far as what Suzy Lu was doing here with the whole deleting her account with that screenshot, this seems to me more like, you know, one of those situations in like a movie or a TV show where a boss says, you're fired, and then the employee says, oh no, I'm not fired, I quit. I think it's more something similar to that. That's kind of what's going on there. And now later on we saw John Swan invite Steejo to a debate, saying, an open letter to Steejo, since you're watching my tweets and seem to have so much to debunk, let's set up a debate, my channel or yours. I know you need the views, so whichever works for you. We'll agree on a moderator and go at it for like 2 hours. Email in bio, let's go. But in response to this is where things really start to heat up. Steejo says, sorry John Swan, you lost any right to a civil conversation when you were posting Discord screenshots out of context to try and say that Suzy was a paedophile. Fuck your debate, I'd rather organise a fight and punch your content. Later, this tweet was removed from Twitter for violating the Twitter rules. And just to give some context on what Steejo was actually alluding to there, where he said John Swan posted out of context Discord screenshots. This is the screenshot that John Swan posted. He just said based Suzy with a question mark, and it's a screenshot of Suzy Lu on Discord just saying age is just a number. So you can make your own conclusions from there. And now let's talk about me for a minute, because I haven't done that in a little while. So I saw this exchange here where this guy said, the worst cup of tea I've ever had in my life was in Boston, what about you? And Suzy Lu replied, whenever at Steejo makes me one. So I was quite intrigued here, and I went and I tweeted at Steejo saying, please give a step-by-step guide as to how you personally make a cup of tea. Surprise, surprise, I've had no response thus far. And then I decided I would go to Suzy Lu and send her a similar tweet. I was going to ask her, what's the big deal here? Do you do bad things to Steejo if he makes you bad tea? Because I could see that. But when I went to go ask Suzy Lu some questions about this tea making process, I discovered I'd been blocked. Blocked. Me, Rag Reynolds, medium rare. How dare you block me? Loser Lu. I am quite offended by that. I am quite hurt. What did I ever do to you? What did I ever do? I'm a very nice, respectful guy. What did I do? I don't think I said anything bad before. I don't think I did. Anyway, this is basically where we're up to at the moment. Suzy Lu caught in yet again more and more lies. Is it just me, or is Suzy Lu just super irritating? I mean, I made a video before saying how she's a danger to YouTube, and I still believe that entirely. So I think this is a great thing that's happening here, that copyright holders are finally cranking down on her. Although the effects on other people here could be bad, this could be something that has a big impact on other creators on the platform. Who knows? That's something we're going to have to wait and see. There's also been an anime voice actress that's actually come out and spoken against Suzy Lu as well. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave today's video. Please make sure to let me know what you're thinking about this Suzy Lu situation in those comments down below. And I'm going to try and make more videos. I'm going to try and make more videos on this channel. I'm trying to get back into the groove, back into the swing of things. So please be patient if things feel a little off for a few videos, but hopefully I'll get back into the swing of things, get the feel back relatively soon. And until next time everyone, please check out my links in the description down below, my Patreon, my Twitter, my Instagram, all the rest of it, and I'll see you in the next video.